100 times bigger could be a resurrection. But we're waiting for that to happen. But guess what? Guess how close we are. In September, the early September, when I started getting my friends preaching sermons like nothing will happen in September type of sermons, sensationalism, impossible, spreading rumors, nothing will happen type of sermons, I was deeply hurt in my spirit, and I said, even at home I don't feel welcome sometimes by some of my friends. And then the Lord said, but David, right before the resurrection, there's one thing that has to happen, and you know what it's called? He stinketh. How are you going to get to the resurrection if you don't go through the stinking process? I said, you mean, Lord, this painful situation I'm in right now is the stinking part? Yes. Right now, some people are allergic to your message that a crisis is coming. They're saying nothing is about to happen. What are you talking about? Things are going well. Your message, something is about to happen, disaster, is not acceptable to many people. They don't like it. They don't like you. But this is not the majority. This is just some. But get used to it. Some people think that message stinks. Okay, Lord. If that's what it is, we'll just have to live through the stinking process. And now the crisis has begun. I don't think anybody would deny there's a world crisis, would you? I think everybody knows we're in a pre-crash scenario. It's almost like the jet engines have turned off, and this big 747 is gliding to Earth. It has not crashed yet, but everybody knows that nobody can turn it around. The crash is going to happen very soon. Nobody knows when, because it depends on how high you are. But the airliner is going to hit the ground, and it's going to have disastrous results. And that's about to happen. But God is still gliding the aircraft today, and we have not gotten to the part where the resurrection, but we expect in the next month and a half to 2 months, something is about to happen. God is opening doors. For example, we've been operating a Spanish television network that has grown to include approximately 100 stations and 300 cable networks, a second satellite network in Spain. Spain is the most Catholic country in the world. And God opened the door for us to go on national Spanish satellite. And it was like demons were screaming at us. I was expressing to Pastor Sam, people would call me on the phone screaming. And on one particular phone call, I put it on mute, and I just put the speakerphone, and I said to my wife, let's see how long it takes for them to realize they're speaking to themselves. 45 minutes later, they said, are you still there? And it was the type of things that only a demons would say. And I realized it is really hard conquering countries today. The devil hates for Adventist television to go on the air. If you get involved in Adventist television, you will wake up the most hostile feelings of the enemy that you can ever have in anywhere, because mass media is something that the devil hates when truth goes out over mass media. And so that was Spanish. But then in the last few months, we just went on the air in English, Caribbean English out of Grenada. In December, we're going on in French and Portuguese. In Europe, we already have licenses for Hungarian, Romanian, German. We're processing the Italian license right now. And in the Philippines, we have Tagalog. We're going on with Tagalog nationwide, and also is going to go into China. And then we have to work in China, a media center, working with Taiwan and Hong Kong, Indonesia. We're already on the air in 4 stations in Indonesia. Now, what is happening? These opportunities are just being thrown at us faster than we can't even grasp how fast God is moving. There are 18 airplanes, 1 helicopter. We have more airplanes than pilots. So we had to start a flight school to help train mission pilots. And then also in Romania, also in Norway, and we hope soon there will be a flight school here in Australia to train mission pilots for the Southern Pacific and maybe the whole world. God is throwing opportunities and opening them up wide. What is happening? I believe that what Sister White said, that to the great extent, that angel of Revelation 18, that will light up the earth with great power, she said, it will come in a great extent to the publishing work. which today includes electronic publishing. The light of the gospel is about to go around the world, and God is opening opportunities up so God's people can finish and take advantage of this last bubble of opportunity. Now, when a crash happens, most of us will lose everything we have soon after. Not the same day, soon after. We will lose everything, and we know that all human support will be cut off. At that point, whatever we have not used for God's work, we will walk away from. But wouldn't you be grateful to know that everything you could do, you have done already? Wouldn't you like to live a life of no regrets? I love this thing. It says, and after these things, chapter 18, I saw another angel come down from heaven having great power, and the earth was lighted with his glory. We're about ready to see this happening before our very eyes. Wouldn't you like to be part of that last loud cry that goes all over the world? Would you want to miss it? Under no condition. Now, I'm going to share with you something in Revelation 6 that's very interesting. Let me go over Revelation 5 in a summary form. There's a courtroom scene. There's a book. It has 7 seals, and nobody was found worthy to open it. And John wept when he realized that it could not be opened. Why? Because it is the book of the great controversy. If the book cannot be opened, the evidence of God's justice and love cannot be placed as evidence before the universal court. And John cried and wept, but then the elder comes and says, "Weep not, because somebody has been, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, a lamb, as it was slain, standing before us, found worthy to open up the book and open the seals." This is a very beautiful, it's in verse 5. And one of the elders said to me, "Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has prevailed to open a book and to loose the 7 seals thereof." And he saw the Lamb, the Lion, opening the book. Now, suddenly, through the blood of Jesus Christ, the evidence of God's justice and love can be opened up for examination by the universe. Up to that point, it was sealed. And then the seals start opening up. And now comes the evidence. And now the last final events of Earth's history. Now, chapter 6 begins the opening of the seals. Now, we believe, in the Adventist Church, we believe that this opening of the seals represents an historical, throughout history, an opening of the evidence. However, it can only have happened after Jesus' death, of course, because the seals could not have been opened before. So it represents basically the early church, the apostolic church, the persecution it went through, the conquest of the gospel, but it ends in Jesus' second coming. So it has to include events in the future. Are you following me? Even though it can begin before. Also, can there be multiple fulfillments of a prophecy? For example, the seven churches were literal letters to the churches, but do they also represent time periods? Yes. So God is an expert at doing multiple fulfillment of the same prophecy. For example, Elijah. Was there ever a prophet Elijah? Yes. What food did he eat? Simple food. Did he dress like the court, or did he dress simply? Simple dress. Who tried to kill him? The queen. Queen Jezebel. Now, was there a second Elijah? Who did Jesus say the second Elijah was? John the Baptist. What kind of food did he eat? Simple food. What kind of dress did he have? Simple dress. Who tried to kill him, or who actually killed him? A woman. Herodias, right? Will there be a third prophet, Elijah? Yes, the Elijah message. It will happen in our generation. Will they be dressing simply? Will they be eating simply? We've got a health message here, don't we? We have also a message of dress reform, don't we? You plan to be part of the Elijah message? You're going to eat simply, you're going to dress simply, and you're going to follow the Lamb. 3 fulfillments and 1 prophet. Okay? So God is an expert in bringing multiple fulfillments and to this. And we know that what happened in the past